ECC, an employee-owned company, was founded in 1985 to primarily serve the interests of the federal government. ECC delivers construction, design build, engineering and science, environmental, renewable energy and energy conservation, and munitions response solutions to the complex challenges facing our military clients around the globe. One such firm fixed-price design-build project is the state-of-the-art Medical Education Training Center, or METCv, at Fort Sam Houston, Texas. METCv is an AFC and Corps of Engineers Joint Command project that centralizes Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard basic and specialty enlisted medical training. It's a 5-building, 700,000 square foot state-of-the-art medical training campus that will serve as the largest institution in the world dedicated to military medical training and education. ECC performed medical design build services to construct 2 4-story buildings on the METCv campus, MIF Building 3 and MIF Building 4, valued at $127 million and totaling 420,000 square feet of medical facilities, offices, classrooms, and laboratories dedicated to military medical training and education. 24,000 students will cycle through METCv each year, training to provide medical services to our troops in the field.
Base Realignment and Closure made a decision that they would co-locate the training of all the enlisted medical training for all the services to Fort Sam Houston.
Dr. Scott Griffin leads the METCv Transformation Integration Office, an organization created to manage the needs of each of METCv's user groups and turn it into a functional project.
Everything had to be designed, built, and completed in relatively a 3-year period. The design build gave us the ability to come out of the gate fast, to award these contracts, to get our team on board, and to get construction going in a fast-track process where we would actually have the package for foundations underway while we're still trying to design the interior of the building.
MIF Buildings 3 and 4 were to meet the needs of 14 end users. METCv TIO and ECC worked together to make sure all those requirements were met and to create a functional, LEED-certified design and construct it on time and within budget. ECC's project manager, Bill Upton, and design manager, Eric Ripple, managed the project, along with design team partner, Burns and McDonnell.
Design build was critical for this project because of timing and schedule for the government. They needed to have the first building up and functional within about 18 months because they had students scheduled in here. Generally, it takes 18 months to design a facility like this, and we designed it and built it in 18 months.
Equipped with a well-defined management plan, budget, and schedule, and the direction of the 14 well-represented end-user groups, ECC and its team officially broke ground on December 9, 2008. Constructing multiple buildings simultaneously in a restricted workspace required detailed planning. Schedules were updated on an hourly basis, and ECC assigned a dedicated and qualified submittal manager to coordinate and manage submittals through the RMS QCS system, which allowed construction activities to proceed on time. Building construction was divided into phases to allow for a smooth transition from construction to building occupancy as efficiently as possible. As each building was completed, students and instructors transferred to METCv from other installations.
Design was just barely out ahead of the construction process, and as soon as we had civil package, then we were able to start the civil work. And then as soon as we had structural package, we were able to start the structural work. Building 3 and Building 4 were working just a phase apart, and about 2.5 months apart on a big part of the project.
The beauty of design build is it allows us to have the entire team in the room when we make a decision. So the designer or the user is not making a decision that when you get down to building, it's almost impossible to do or very expensive to do. One of the things that ECC did that many of the others didn't is they had their designer here every week solving the little detail problems that inevitably come up on every project. Having the design team here working in parallel with the construction team, and then the open communications link with the Corps of Engineers and the end user, gave us a team approach that you can't beat.
At the beginning of the project, we were trying to pinpoint what the critical issues were going to be regarding design. And we could see early on the fact that we had 14 user groups involved in these facilities. We needed to coordinate space with them prior to anything else. The space was going to dictate our structure and our mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems. And so early on, we set up a design schedule to meet with those users and to review our designs. And we broke it up into certain packages, the space planning being the first of those. The use of the latest technological advances helped us create a better system and coordinate a better project for our client.
ECC used Building Information Modeling Software, or BIM, to design the buildings.
A lot of times during construction, the drawings aren't fully coordinated. You don't realize, for example, that a duct might not fit underneath a beam until you get out to the site and find that out. So BIM allows you to model this entire project in 3D, and so you're able to see those conflicts prior to getting out of the field, which saves a lot of time and money.
ECC's Design Build Center of Excellence, or DBCX, played a pivotal role in facilitating project design integration during each phase of the design-build process. DBCX consists of a unique group of specialized experts, including engineers, architects, construction managers, and estimators, who were hand-selected to oversee a smooth design-build process and to ensure workable and efficient LEED-certified designs at METC.
We felt it was important to have a liaison that could speak to our designers, at the same time speak to our constructors and our clients at an exceptional level, so those items could be coordinated throughout the process, because communication and acting as a team are the two most important things in the design-build process.
The DBCX was instrumental in helping the team meet and exceed LEED design requirements. ECC was originally contracted to provide LEED Silver certifiable buildings, meaning the buildings were designed and constructed to LEED Silver standards, but actual certification was not required. ECC's team went beyond that requirement by assigning a dedicated LEED coordinator to ensure compliance, and not only pursued actual LEED certification, but increased its level of sustainability from silver to gold status.
LEED is Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and this was developed by the Green Building Council and is now nationally recognized as the benchmark for efficient energy and environmentally safe buildings. We were contracted and required to deliver a LEED Silver building. LEED has a point system, and LEED Silver is between 33 and 39 points. When we saw that we could surpass that, then we went back and looked at all of our design, we looked at our construction practices, and made an attempt to go for gold. And so we're now going to submit this for LEED Gold based on having 44 points. We've been able to do this through efficient design and well-managed construction practices with no added cost to the government.
In addition to the METC project's on time, on budget, and LEED successes, the ECC team received back-to-back commendations and awards for performance, and excellent project ratings from its clients. ECC's commitment to safety was also recognized.
The most important thing that we do as a company is get everybody home safe every day with all their parts.
The biggest challenge was the fact that we built 2 buildings simultaneously. So that meant that you had to be in a million places at one time, which is almost impossible. So that made it even more important to get employee involvement. Get everybody as a safety manager on this project.
David Wells oversees ECC's safety program at METC.
OSHA recognizes that if you have a strong safety culture, you're going to be able to minimize the accidents on any given site. So we feel very strongly as a company that that's imperative. The key to the safety program being a success was employee involvement, management buy-in, inspections and audits, making corrections as we found them on a daily basis, and then ongoing health and safety training.
You just want to make sure that you're safe out there.
During the project, ECC San Antonio was honored with OSHA's Voluntary Protection Program Star Level designation. This prestigious honor is given to sites with enhanced safety and health management systems, resulting in exceptional health and safety performance. and a commitment to implement those systems year after year. At the time of OSHA's review, ECC's 3-year incident rate was 57% better than the national average for non-residential building construction, and 56% better than the national average for days away or restricted work cases. In an award notification letter to ECC, OSHA wrote, "Your qualification for OSHA's Premier Recognition Program is a testament to the efforts you and your workers have made to develop and implement a VPP quality, safety, and health management system. You have joined an elite group of organizations that provide exemplary occupational safety and health protection and serve as models for others."
I would say the crowning jewel was winning the yearly award last year for the entire Fort Worth district in the mega contract division, which is $100 million projects or above. Large contracts, and we were included in that group, being one of the smallest contractors basically in that group, but yet we beat out a lot of big people. And that's my motivation as I get up each day, is bring them home safe at the end of the day. And I feel that I've accomplished something.
ECC's been a fun group to work with. And not just ECC, but their subcontractors, their builders. The team here has been easy to work with. Probably the number one variable in our business is communication. To have a contractor team that, number one, listens, and number two, is willing to work with you makes life much easier.
On a personal level, it is important to know what the real purpose of this project is, and that's to be able to train our soldiers, to help our soldiers out in the field. Not only out in the field, but here in the States as well. It does give you a lot of personal satisfaction to know that you've been able to contribute to that cause.
The bigger picture is the medical training has changed so much, and that we've been a part of that, how they can save lives these days. Part of the government's tight schedule was they want these students in the field. They need these medics that are being trained here in the field, saving lives.
What comes out of this, and it's really the reason so many of us are in the industry, is you can walk away from it and say, I did that. That's mine. It's got my name on it. There's 3,000 men and women out there that have worked on this job over the last 3 years that can walk away from it and show it to their kids and say, I built that building. Personally, would I recommend ECC? I could and I will. I have.